Thank you, Joe. The CDs, if you still have a CD player, are out there in the lobby. I'm asking a sliding scale of $5 to $20, and half of it will go to the center. So if you decide to buy one today, yeah. Ordinary, not exceptional in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree. Extraordinary, very unusual or remarkable, unusually great, incomparable, impressive, fantastic, grand, phenomenal, uncommon, singular, superior. Let me share with you an ordinary life. I was born in San Francisco, the third of 4 girls. We were raised in the Catholic Church and attended parochial schools all the way through college for me. Our family life was typical. We moved to the suburbs when I was 5. We were surrounded by families very much like our own, or so it seemed to me when I was growing up. The fact that not all of them were was a shock I discovered later, but that's a different story. Our family could have been the model for the Donna Reed Show. Who remembers the Donna Reed Show? Okay, for those of you who never saw the Donna Reed Show, it was about a very typical, quote-unquote, American family. Father worked, mother stayed at home, 2 children, a boy and a girl, and all of their adventures that always ended up well. So we were kind of like that. My dad worked 5 days a week and sometimes nights and weekends. He worked for a vending machine company and traded on call with his coworkers. My mother was stay-at-home until my little sister started school. Then she too got a part-time job. She also went to beauty school so she could take care of all our haircuts to save money. We were probably considered on the lower end of middle class, but we certainly never felt a lack for anything we needed. Not a lot of extras, but we had a vacation every summer and presents for our birthdays and Christmas, very much like everyone else. In school, I was a good student, but never top of the class. My long golden curls helped me stand out until 2nd grade, when I got a short haircut and kept it short for the rest of my life, for most of the rest of my life. After a couple of experiences that undermined my confidence in myself, I became shy. I preferred being teacher's pet and didn't make a lot of friends. High school was more of the same, only with all girls. Talk about stunting my social life. No brothers, and now no interaction with boys at school. I tried to force it by getting set up for proms and such, but nothing stuck. And church had a way of letting me know that not only was I not special, but born with original sin, I had to earn my way back to heaven. I had issues with that concept early on and questioned all church doctrine starting in my early teens. My first step away from what I was being told was true. I started college as a declared agnostic. Maybe God existed, but I had no direct experience to prove that to me. Fortunately, although USF, the University of San Francisco, is a Catholic college, it is run by Jesuits who value critical thinking. Again, my experience seemed pretty typical, except I pledged a fraternity. Yeah, let me explain.
She wasn't a sorority?
I'm sure. USF was an all-male college until 1968. They didn't have fraternities there, so a group of guys created one called the Peers, and it carried on for decades. When I started, they had been inducting women into their co-ed fraternity for several years. Lots of stories around that adventure, but again, I'm not going into that one today. Okay, not exactly ordinary, right? All this time, while living at home, I had to attend Mass every weekend, part of the rules of the house. It was the music that saved me from complete and utter boredom, because we had a folk Mass and interim priests with long hair and guitars. I graduated with a business major because I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I had no feeling for who I was, what I wanted, or my role in the world. I was thinking I would find a job, I would start dating, I would have a husband and have kids. After all, that was everyone's trajectory, right? Right? And the universe laughed. Then I was challenged to take a study course at our parish called Family of God. I accepted that challenge as I figured it couldn't change my way of thinking. Oh my, was I wrong. It was because of the sharing that was done during the 6-week, one-weekend course that my life was changed. A recovering alcoholic said that in order to change, he had to ask for help. That struck a chord, and on that last day of the last weekend, I walked over to the empty chapel and went in. I cautiously knelt down and thought, okay, God, if there is a God, I'm here and I need help. And I got an answer. There is no way to give you the experience that I had. The best description I can come up with is that it was as if someone had gently laid a hand on my shoulder, turned me around to a brilliant light, and said, "It's been here all along. You just had your back to it." Okay. So this was not at all ordinary. What? It freaked the hell out of me. It upset my apple cart, and I shared with our facilitators. Thus began my journey with the wonderful people in my parish. It was not the doctrine or dogma that kept me there, but the people and the music. Fast forward through singing with folk groups, participating in our spiritual renewal program for 10 years, starting my own little folk group called Coffee and Tacos, Food for the Soul, writing songs, sharing those, joining the Discernment to Ministry program, young adult ministry, a year at the School of Applied Theology at the Graduate Theological Union in Berkeley, a year as director of campus ministry for a Catholic college, writing more songs, a call to priesthood, leaving the Catholic Church, joining the Episcopal Church, leaving that, searching, finding the beloved community online, moving here to Joshua Tree to help run retreats, finding Rainbow's End, and writing more songs. And all the while, continuing my career in information technology. I didn't feel like my life was ordinary anymore, but because it seemed natural and fairly easy, I mean, after all, if I could do it, anybody can, right? I still would not have considered myself extraordinary. This is what everyone's life is like, right? Would you consider my adventures, my life extraordinary? Of course, it is, because it is totally unique. Nowhere else in this entire universe is there another experience like mine. And that's how it's meant to be. We are here on this three-dimensional planet so that which is the all, as Greg read, the Father, the One, the Source, the Divine, can experience itself. And when you are all it is, anything and everything is possible and will be created and experienced so that the divine can know itself and grow itself. Our human bodies are a sacred union of spirit and matter, heaven and earth. This beautiful, amazing physical body is our spirit temple, wedding the masculine and the feminine, the yin and yang, which exists solely for experiencing unique, amazing, hair-raising experiences. This earth is like a Disneyland for the soul. And like the rides at an amusement park, some are scary, some are disconcerting, some are dangerous, and here on our earth, even deadly. But none of these rides or experiences, none of them are bad or wrong. Each is totally unique. What is reality? It's what has already happened. It can't be changed. What is the future? It's what will turn into reality when it has happened. To spend our precious energy brooding about one or worrying about the other does nothing for anyone, most especially ourselves. That's throwing our energy and experience away. Our only task is to be here now and experience this moment, whatever it is, and know that we can handle it because we're made to handle it, and share that with the collective, the one, so we all learn, grow, and ascend. Quoting Peggy Black, every act we perform in our world is felt in the entire creation. So every thought, every word, every action is a once in the universe energy that touches everything. Every moment is a never to be repeated experience. Every moment is a never to be repeated experience. I am reminded of when I did the EST training. The facilitator declared, "Life has no meaning." I took umbrage at that and stood up to let him know I did not like it. He smiled and said, "Life has no meaning, but the fact that life has no meaning has no meaning." My brain did a total freeze into the blue screen of death, and my perspective on existence was changed forever. Also had a flash of a picture in my head last night of the collective, the all of us, the we, is actually one giant me with multiple personalities. So hi, me Diane. Hi, me Joe. Hi, me Richard. Hi, me Mindy. Am I ordinary? Yes. Are you ordinary? Yes. But only in the fact that every molecule is totally and completely unique. It never existed before in the way it is now, and will never exist again in the way that it does at this moment. Enjoy and experience each moment fully. Yes, we are all extraordinary, but in the most ordinary of ways. Let me close with my newest song. We're sending out peace and love and joy. 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 Forgiving and receiving are the same. We are one, we're all connected. What happens here touches there. Every thought and word and action, oh please, choose them with care. We're sending out peace and love and joy. 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 Forgiving and receiving are the same. We are one, we're part of everything. There's only one choice that we share. Will we send love and joy and happiness, or only share despair? We're sending out peace and love and joy. 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 Forgiving and receiving.